యూఎస్ఏలో కూడా మాకు అక్కడ బ్రాంచెస్ లాగా పెట్టి అక్కడ కూడా మా సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తాం. సో యూకేలో మాంచెస్టర్ దగ్గర, అమెరికాలో న్యూజెర్సీలో బ్రాంచెస్. రేడియాలజీ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అనేది ఒక స్పెషలిస్ట్ విభాగం అపోలో గ్రూప్లో. ఇది రేడియాలజిస్ట్ అంటే సిటీ, ఎంఆర్ఐ స్కాన్లు డయాగ్నోసిస్ చేసే డాక్టర్స్ వాళ్ళ ట్రైనింగ్ బాగా స్పెషలిస్ట్ లెవెల్లో ఇంటర్నేషనల్ స్టాండర్డ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇవ్వడం కోసం స్థాపించాము. ఇందులో మా అకాడమీ విభాగంలో ఇవన్నీ చేస్తాము. మేము ఆక్స్ఫర్డ్, హార్వర్డ్ నుంచి వచ్చిన రేడియాలజీ డాక్టర్స్తో ఇక్కడ కోర్సెస్ చేస్తాము. ఆ కోర్సెస్ వల్ల మన రేడియాలజిస్టులు కూడా ఈ అమెరికా, యూకే రేడియాలజిస్టులు లాగా అన్ని డయాగ్నోసిస్ బాగా చేసి పేషెంట్కి బాగా ఉపయోగపడేలాగా ట్రైన్ చేస్తాం. సో మేము చేసే కోర్సుల గురించి అది కొన్ని 5 రోజుల దగ్గర నుంచి 2 సంవత్సరాల వరకు ఉంటాయి కోర్సులు. సో ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతం మేము 2-3 కోర్సులు చేస్తాం. అందులో ఒకటి హార్వర్డ్ నుంచి వచ్చిన డాక్టర్స్, కొంతమంది యూకే నుంచి వచ్చిన డాక్టర్స్ చేస్తాం.
So thanks a deep way. How do you really ensure that the data is secure? So that was really good.
There are 2-3 topics here, so I'll ask my colleagues to answer. I think Sanjeeva can probably answer the radiation side of things better, and then maybe Dave, do you want to comment on the errors and what are the areas where the most errors could happen?
What we have got is something called, we have stopped pointing fingers and accusing people. So like every month in my department, we will look at most cases that mistakes different for the patient.
Does anybody have?
So what is it?
I just wanted to also talk to your second point, which is you're absolutely right. When I started my training, we used to have 20 images from the CT scan to look at. Now, on an average, our CT scan contains, roughly about 2,600 images. And so you can imagine that there is a lot of data that we have to sniff through. And where AI really helps is in terms of collating that data and providing it to us so that we make the best educated guess. I'll give you a simple example. If I tell you I have a statement that I have a test that can diagnose every single patient with cancer, and it's called the nose test. If you have a nose, you have a cancer. I will be right 100% of the time, right? But I will also be wrong many times because many patients with nose don't have cancer. And that is the value of AI. It brings in what we call sensitivity, and the radiologist's knowledge helps with the specificity. And the balance is what is needed. It's, as Raju alluded to, or Dr. Raju alluded to, it's going to help us be better radiologists to sniff through the large data and provide the information. It's not going to replace the person who made the statement 10 years ago. I won't tell you who that person was. When he required his scans to be read, it was read by us at MGH. So you can imagine that it's not going to work. We are not going to work.
Of course. I understand that human intervention is very important. Yet that was your society which expressed concerns. So I was asking.
Absolutely, thank you. That was a very useful question.
I just wanted to know what is the kind of demand that we have for radiologists, and how do you ensure that the job challenges are met? At the end of it, jobs are important, and also how do you retain them after giving them that kind of technology training?
So that's again another important question. So the shortage of radiologists is 2 types, quantitative and qualitative. And a lot of what we are talking about today is qualitative shortage, and how are we going to address that? The quantitative shortage, which is not having enough number of radiologists, clearly that's not something we can easily influence. That depends on the number of departments available to train. But again, I think what AI can do is to reduce the amount of time a radiologist spends on a report. So hopefully that will help people to get through more volumes of cases. But the shortage has to be addressed. It's a global problem, not just in India. It's there in the US and the UK. So we do need more radiologists, and technology can go some way in helping that shortage. Any more questions?
Hello sir, I am Amjad Ali.
But I think the trick is to imbibe the new technology and enhance the service you offer. And I think AI will settle down, will have its role. And as Raju said, it will do a lot of the manual work that we spend a lot of time. And we
Like 6 years, so maybe that's an excuse. But no, certainly in the UK, you have audit meetings, and your errors are published and discussed in a frank and open manner, and that's how it should be. Clearly, if there are any lessons to be learnt, they are fed back in an organised way to any department. Now, I can't talk about Indian radiology, and I'm sure somebody could comment on that. But certainly that's the way forward. We have clinical governance, which should hopefully we learn from our mistakes, and that's the most important thing. One of the questions was, well, which bit of radiology, it makes the most mistakes? I would say every part of radiology. If you don't make mistakes, you're not doing enough work, basically. All right. But clearly we need to minimize our mistakes, and hence education is extremely important, and governance is extremely important. And I think that comes back also maybe to the
Thank you very much. Thank you. Please have your lunch.
Yeah, please have your lunch and then.